Have you ever felt like a woman keeps you close but never lets you really get close? She texts often, laughs at your jokes, shares parts of her life no one else sees. Yet when people ask who you are, she says, "Oh, he's just a friend." But something doesn't add up. Her words say friend, but her actions say something else. And the way she acts when you talk about another girl? That's not neutral. Here's the thing most men miss. Most women won't tell you they want you openly. Instead, she drops quiet signs, signals, clues. And if you're too distracted, too unsure, or too passive, you'll miss them. And she'll quietly move on, even if she wanted more. This is about more than attraction. It's about understanding how women communicate desire without putting themselves on the line. And it's about you becoming the kind of man who doesn't need it spelled out. Let's break down 10 signs she secretly wants you out of the friend zone, but won't come out and say it. Number 1. She tries to match your calm until she can't stay quiet anymore. If you're a composed man, the kind who doesn't chase, she'll try to match that energy. She'll give you space, act cool, like she's fine without hearing from you. But if a few days pass and she suddenly sends a random message, or posts something she knows you'll see, that's not coincidence. That's her trying to pull your attention back without saying, "I miss you." Number 2. She finds excuses to be physically close, whether it's hugging you a little longer, resting her hand on your shoulder, or brushing up against you in a crowd. She doesn't do it by accident. Women don't casually break personal space with guys they have no feelings for. She's testing the waters, seeing if you'll react, hoping you'll feel the tension she's feeling, but won't speak about. Number 3. She acts off when you mention other girls. Talk about a girl you're seeing, and she shifts. Her replies slow down. Her tone changes. She might even make fun of the girl or change the subject. What you're seeing is quiet jealousy. She won't admit she's uncomfortable, but her reaction shows she doesn't like the idea of you with someone else. That's not what a true, just friend feels. Number 4. She asks personal questions that sound innocent. Questions like, "Why did your last relationship end? What do you look for in a woman? Would you ever date someone like me?" These aren't random. They're her way of learning how you think and figuring out if there's space for her in that picture. She's curious, but guarded, because if you say the wrong thing, she can quickly laugh it off like she was just being silly. Number 5. She lets you see her in raw moments, but not others. When she's with most people, she's polished, put together, smiling. But with you, she's real. No makeup, messy hair, tired eyes, and not trying to impress. That's not laziness, that's comfort. She feels safe enough to drop the image and hopes you'll like the real version just as much. Number 6. She reaches out when she feels unsafe or stressed. You're the one she calls when something feels off. She texts you when she's down, when something's bothering her, or when she just wants someone who'll listen. This is key. She doesn't go to just anyone in those moments. She goes to someone she sees as strong and stable. In her mind, she now sees you like more than a friend. You've become her emotional support, a role that often leads to something deeper. Number 7. She gets petty or distant when you give another woman your full attention. You tell her you went out with someone, and suddenly she's short with you. Or she posts a picture with another guy, or she ignores your messages for a while. This isn't a coincidence. She's trying to show you that she can play the same game, but underneath it, she's hurt and doesn't know how to say it without sounding needy. Number 8. She lets you into her world in quiet, meaningful ways. She tells you about her childhood. She shares her favorite songs, the ones that actually mean something. She invites you to small family events or introduces you to close friends. Those aren't things she does with every guy. That's her slowly opening the door. Not wide open, but just enough for you to see that there's space for you. Number 9. She never clearly defines the relationship and avoids the label. She never says, "We are just friends," but she also doesn't say, "I like you." It's vague on purpose. She wants to keep the connection alive without risking rejection. If she calls it just friends, she shuts the door. If she confesses feelings and you don't feel the same, she loses face. So she leaves it open and waits to see what you'll do. Number 10. When you pull away, she doesn't say much, but she shows up. Stop texting for a while and she appears out of nowhere. She might send a meme, comment on something small, or ask a question she doesn't really need the answer to. That's her silent way of saying, "I noticed you're gone." She felt the gap and didn't like it. She won't say, "I miss you," but she can't ignore the space you left behind. A lot of men stay stuck in the friend zone because they're waiting for clear signs, words, labels, a bold confession. But most women won't do that, even when they feel something strong, and if you're paying attention, you'll see it. The man she wants isn't the one who begs for answers. It's the one who notices the clues and knows what to do with them. So if she's giving you her time, her trust, her quiet closeness, she might be hoping you'll stop acting like a friend and start leading like a man. Not aggressively, not desperately, but calmly, clearly, with quiet confidence. Because sometimes the friend zone isn't a trap, it's just a waiting room for the man who finally sees the door and walks through it. If you gained value from today's video, show us some love by tapping that like button and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in my next video.